Hello friends, welcome back to our CCNA 200-301 series. Today is video number 56. In video number 56, we are going to do SSH. In this one, we are going to discuss about SSH theory and we are going to configure in our lab in Packet Tracer. So before going to the SSH, let's see what is Telnet, then we will go to SSH. See here, I wrote already difference between the Telnet and SSH. In our this series, we already discussed about the Telnet. Telnet and SSH both are same purpose. Both are used for same purpose. Telnet and SSH protocol have the same purpose. Both of them used to communicate the device remotely. But in Telnet, data is not secure. Like Telnet is not secure because all the data would be sent in the clear text, including password without authentication and encryption. But whereas SSH is a secure protocol because it encrypts the data using authentication. So let's see some property of the Telnet, then we will see SSH. So Telnet work on the port number 23. This is an interview question. Remember, Telnet work on the port number 23. It is not secure, no data encryption, and if you see SSH, that is SSH, that is secure shell, is a secure method for remote access as it is including authentication and encryption. To do this, we use RSA, public private key pair. RSA is nothing but an algorithm we use to do encryption, and it work on the port number 22 and it is very secure. Okay, I hope you don't have any question or any confusion. Just remember, this is a protocol which is used to access any device remotely. If you want to take any Cisco device remotely, we can do this one, or any device, not only Cisco, any device we can take remotely. Example, you are sitting in the ground floor and your router is on the third floor of the your office. If you don't want to go to third floor, if you configure SSH or Telnet by sitting in any PC, you can access your router. Okay, so let's see how we can configure the SSH in the Cisco IOS. First of all, you need to go to enable mode, then you need to go to global configuration, then we will write host name R1, we will write the router name anyone, R1 or R2, whatever you want to give, you can write that one. The first step, we need to create a domain name. We need to create domain name to do configuration of SSH. So what we will do, we will write IP domain dash name, then we can give any name, whatever name you want to give, you can give. It is not necessary that you need to give network for you. I wrote network for you because our channel name is network for you. You can write anything, ABC or XYZ, anything. Okay. After creating a domain name, we need to generate the RSA key. RSA key pair. So how we will generate RSA key pair? We need to write crypto key generate RSA. So then it will ask us select the bit, like they will give the range. It will ask us choose the size of the key module in the range from 360 to 2048 for your general purpose key. So we need to select any one. If you select greater than 512, it will take some few minutes, means it will take little more time for the processing. So our wish, we can use anything. We have two types of we have two types of SSH. We have version 1, version 2. If you take 512, it will come under version 1. Okay. So anyhow, I will show you in our what we say in our lab. If I write the less value, then it will give it is enabled as a version 1. I will show you. If we want to convert to version 2, then what we need to write? See, when we generated it, version 1 is enabled, then if we want to convert by default, remember by default version 1 is enabled. Okay. Now if we want to enable version 2, then we need to write IPSSH version 2. Okay. Anyhow, no worry, just see this one. I will do configuration in the Packet Tracer. So that time I will show you each and everything. Okay. So what we done, first of all, we create the domain and we generated the key and we enable the SSH version 2. After that, same thing like we do for Telnet, we need to write LAN VTY 0 to 4. Then we need to write transport input SSH. Then login local. Then we need to write username. Any name you can give. I given as admin. and then we need to write password and give any password. I give admin, but your wish, you can give anything. This is a syntax we need to follow like this. And after doing the configuration, what you need to do, you need to do the SSH from any PC or from any device. So how we are going to access in telnet? We are writing telnet and space, then we are writing the IP address of that one. But here what we need to write, we need to write SSH space -L, then username, whatever username we created here, we need to write same username, then IP address for that router, then it will ask the password, write the password, you will go in that router. Okay, so let me show you here. We have the packet tracer here, and we have already our last video lab. So I am going to configure SSH in the ISP router. Okay, or if you like, or I already designed one more network here. Let's do the configuration here. Okay, so this is a router. Let me change the name to R1. This is a router. Okay, already I use here R1, that's why it is not coming R. So I will write, let me write any name. I will write this is a branch office. Okay, so I will write branch, or maybe let me write office, or let's see office, no issue. Okay, so in this router I am going to configure SSH. Let me maximize so you will have the good diagram and you can enjoy the video. Okay, I hope you can see the diagram. Okay, so in this scenario, what I am taking, I taken the router 2811, and it is having the one switch, that is 2960, and it is connected to one PC, and we have one server. So what I can do, I can configure the SSH here for this router. So I will go in the CLI, I will maximize this one. See this router, let's see before doing any configuration, do we have the IP address configure or not. I will write show IP interface brief. So we have two IP address configure. Okay, already configure, all everything is okay. So now I need to, first of all, we need to enable the password in the router. So I will do enable password. I will write Cisco. Okay, this is a normal password as we enable in any device. If like I will exit. See, if I want to access the router, it will ask me the password. So I need to write Cisco. So I enable this password. Okay, so no issue. This is a normal password we enable. After that, what I will do, I will go here in the global configuration mode, and we are going to start the configuration of SSH. So I hope you remember, right, what I told. Whenever we want to do any configuration for SSH, we need to create domain. But before creating domain, let me rename this router name, that is host name. As I created office, so I will write office. So now host name changed to office. Now we are going to create the domain name. How we will create? We will write IP domain, then -name, and I can give any domain name. I will write network for you. You can write anything, not necessary to write network for you. I am writing network for you because this is our, we have some error. Let me see what error we have. Let's write IP ? So see here, if we want to define the domain name, we need to write IP domain -name. Okay, so what I will do, I will write same like that, IP domain -name. Okay, after that space, then I will press ? So he will give, we need to define the domain name. So I will write network for you. Okay, so see here I wrote IP domain -name, then I wrote network for you. Okay, any doubts, anything? No issue, right? So now we created the domain name. After that, we need to write crypto key generate. We need to generate the keys, right? So we will write crypto key generate, then we need to write RSA. So here it is asking me, we need to give the, see here they are giving the range, that is 360 to 2048 for your general purpose keys. We need to choose model greater than 512 to take few minutes. So let's see, I will take 512. Okay, if I take 512, it is keys generated and exported. Okay, and here we have if you see, SSH 1.5 has been enabled, and here what he is giving, RSS key size should be at least 768 bit for SSH version 2. As we have version 2 version, SSH having 2 version 1, version 2. So if I want to enable version 2, I need to give the number at least 786 bit. Here instead of giving 512 bits, I need to give 768 or above this one. So if I want to do that one, I need to generate again. So I will write crypto, then key, then generate RSA. It will asking you already have the RSA key defined, office this one. Do you really want to replace? Yes, we need to replace. So I will write yes, I want to replace. So they will give us the range. So I will write 2048. Okay. So it is generated, exported. Then here see SSH is enabled. Now what we will do, I am going to enable the SSH version 2. So what I will do, I will write IP SSH space version 2. Let's see, IP SSH version 2. Okay. So this is okay. Now what we will do, same thing as we do for our telnet. We will write LAN VTY 0 to 4, anything we can give, 0 to 4 or 0 to 5. How many user we have, we need to give. I want to give to the user 5 user, that is 0 to 4. That is starting from 0 to 4 means 5 user. So I write LAN VTY 0 to 5. Then we need to write transport input SSH. This is a command we need to follow to configure the SSH. After that we need to write the login local. So what I will do, I will write login local. Then we need to write username, any name we can give. I am giving admin, you can give anything. Then password, any password, I will write admin both. Okay. So see, this is our configuration done. So now I will press Ctrl Z, I will save the configuration. So see here what I done. I created first of all let me revise again. When we log in, I created the normal router password, first step. Then what we done, we change the host name, then we create the one domain. See here, this command we use, IP domain dash name network for you. Okay. Then we generated the keys, crypto keys RSA. Okay. After that, if you see, then we change to version 2. Version 2 is more secure compared to version 1. Then we write LAN VTY 0 to 4 because we want to give 5 user this one. Then we need to write transport input SSH. Then login local, and then we need to give username and password. So this is the configuration we done. Now I am going to this PC and I am going to desktop and I am going to this. Now from here I am going to access this router. So what is the IP address for this router? I think ping, first of all let's see, 192.168.1.1, right? Yeah, this router IP address is 1.1. Let me show you if you have any confusion also. What is the IP address for this router? I will write show IP interface brief. If you see 192.168.1.1. Okay. So now I will take this PC. Now we are going to do SSH. So to do SSH, what we need to write? For telnet, we will write telnet and then IP address. But SSH, we need to write SSH space dash L, then username, that is username I give admin, then we need to write IP address. I will write IP address, then it will ask the password. I give the password admin. So now I am inside the router. See, I am inside the router name is office. So if I want to enable, he will ask me the router password. I will give Cisco. Now I am inside the router. I can write show run. So we will have all the configuration of the router. If you see here, if you see, we configure the version to SSH. We can see here in the configuration, and we created the domain name network for you, and we assign the IP address to this interface. So I'm sitting in the ground floor and our router is in third floor. We are accessing this one. Okay, this is an example. I hope you enjoy this video and you like this video. So share with your friend, like our video, and subscribe to our channel. Very soon we will have more video. Thank you. Bye.